Recording in progress.
Here,
Died.
we gotta pass.
This is great. Mr. President, I move that the Resident Association Board of Directors certifies to the best of each member's knowledge that only
I'm trying
those
to
matters
record it.
appropriate for executive
I can do it
session
later if
of a
that
contractual
bothers
nature or involving personal matters were discussed and considered by the board during the executive section.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Margaret, is she still
Margaret?
on?
Is she still on?
Can you hear me?
Oh my God, thank you for being there. Did you say yes?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Mr. President, I move to extend the meeting of the Board of Directors of Resident Association to 1:15.
In the morning?
Yes.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
These people have a life?
Yeah, good.
Director Perry?
Aye.
Yes, thank you.
Great. Mr. Chairman, I move to defer further board action on the covenant enforcement action relative to LARCA into the second meeting of the Board of Directors in March of 2025.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
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 Mr. President,
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. President, I move to direct the Land Use Advisory Committee to meet with the county staff regarding the Reston Town Center North at such time as the county staff is prepared to discuss the entirety of the Reston Town Center North project.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Mr. President,
Hang on, Director Perry,
Abstain.
that would be 501, thank you.
6.
601.
601.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. President, I move that the board adopt the director's work session agenda in the materials for the January 9th meeting as presented in the materials, but we needed to add something. Mr. Cummins?
The county staff talked to us about.
Yeah. Or the PRC?
Yeah.
And can we do that? Do you want to do it before your update or you want to do it after your update?
Let's do it first.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that would be, Brittany, that will be a new item E, presentation from the county staff regarding the PRC amendment. I don't know that there was anything else. Was there anything else?
That's it.
And so with that change to the draft in the materials, that would be the agenda that I propose we adopt for January 9th.
Is there a second?
Item J, good one? For the first meeting in January?
This is January 9th. That's the first meeting in January.
So item J. Discrimination. Are you good with the first meeting in the month?
I'm fine with that because I had,
I thought it was the second.
I'm fine with that because,
Well, it was seconded. right?
Yep.
Yes.
Already?
Yes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
This is
Director
unbelievable.
Perry,
Aye.
thank you, that's unanimous. Thank you.
Mr. President, I believe that concludes all of the business before the board.
Oh,
I have no business.
Oh,
I need to let you guys know that at the fiscal committee meeting today, I asked whoever, work plan, to create a process for starting and stopping new services at the association. And so I suggested that that is really a cross-committee issue, not just an fiscal issue. And so, I was wondering if the other liaisons, like to EAC or PrAC, or if there are others you could think of, would be willing to take that up on their work plan, or maybe carve off one of the people from those committees that we could form like a mini task force to bring those groups together so that there would be a member side of the process. Staff already have their internal process for how to start and stop services. But once it gets from staff to us, we don't have a process by which staff know they're done. They either got approval or they didn't get approval. And I think that fiscal feels like
woman is
they have
nuts.
a process, but their process relies on like PrAC to give them some information that PrAC doesn't necessarily give them.
I have no idea what
And
she's
so
talking
this would
about.
be to present kind of a flow chart for how do we stop and start services and programs at the association, major services and
How
programs.
do we stop and start?
Major services and programs throughout the association. So when staff say, hey, we want to do a new thing, or we'd like to stop doing this major thing, how do we make that decision? Does it just come to the board and we say no or yes? Or what I typically see is we want feedback from our committees, we want feedback from our members before we make that decision. And right now we have no process by which our committee, or we get community feedback, and so it would be considering whether these committees kind of want to carve off, a person or have a discussion at their committee meeting, to put forth what they think their piece of the puzzle or their piece of the process would be, so that we can put a full process map together to bring to the board.
Process.
Yes.
Would you be amenable if we could motion this for next meeting? I have no mental capacity
No.
to answer your question right now.
Well, because, yes, I'm happy to do it next time, but because everyone's working on work plans that are coming at the second meeting in January, you would need to go to your committee chair and have that conversation. And I'm happy to have the conversation again offline or send an email, but I'm just asking if committee liaisons, are willing to go talk to their committee chair about the possibility. That's it. I can send an email, I can have individual phone calls, but it's just a conversation that I'm asking, and the answer could be no. That's what I had. I promised fiscal I would bring to you guys. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
That's all.
At 12:59 a.m., the meeting is adjourned, and happy holidays to everybody and all.
A good night.
And